Welcome to the Geekery Collective. I'm Ryan.
I'm Connor.
And this is the Drunk Nerd.
Dude, I'm excited. This is how
First, what do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about Spider-Man.
Okay, cool. So, just announced we got a logo for SpiderMan Homecoming, which has been announced for 2017, which is the standalone film starring Tom Holland. So this is his debut after his official debut in the MCU.
Correct. Yeah. They've given some casting announcements, a couple of odds and ends that I couldn't name them because I don't know the actors.
Right, we talked about this in a video.
Yeah, but this week we learned about Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's true.
The rumor.
Yeah.
It's not confirmed.
So
who the f*** is he gonna be? I immediately saw the picture of him with the rumor posted on the internet, and I thought Vulture.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
And a lot of people are saying Vulture. I don't understand why they throw that villain in there, but he's like it's something
we haven't seen before on screen. I think people jumped straight to Vulture because of Birdman, because they're just kind of like, oh, it's an avian.
Well,
thing.
his hair, I think for me, it's white, and he's got kind of balding. But too, like, he could be Mysterio. He could be anybody.
I mean,
that's
for him to play Mysterio, I think it would be kind of like a disservice because you never see his face, just a giant fishbowl. But I would love to see that on screen. Just a special effects team going to work where he just wears a green giant dome on his head. I just want to see that for the outtakes. I think that would be great.
We also got the logo, like we said,
which I was okay with it. It wasn't a.
I thought it was
fan.
the cartoon. I thought it was the animated series
I thought
or something.
It was too. Yeah.
Which cool. Dan Slott. I think I saw posted it first on Twitter. Maybe I only realized he posted it first in my feed because I probably just scrolled right past that shit the whole time. It's very unimpressive.
It was just kind of like, oh, all right.
This is a real movie? Like,
right, yeah.
Okay.
I was like, okay, so it seems like it's, I don't know, new comic or something, and then you're like, oh, no, this is the movie. This is a standalone movie. Like, while I'm excited about it, it's called Homecoming, so, it's probably going to be a dance
Marvel,
or
no,
whatever.
it's homage to the fact that he's coming home to Marvel.
Wow, okay, I don't know why I didn't even connect the dots.
It's a split still.
That's great.
With Sony and Marvel, but the Homecoming logo references a ton.
Yeah, that's true.
It means a lot.
So, did you see the animated Spider-Man logo?
Well, I have, and honestly, it's way better than the Homecoming logo. Like, I feel like they should just trade them off.
Yeah, I agree. Because it definitely, like, the Spider-Man Homecoming one has the comic book feel, which I understand that's probably what they're going for. But it feels like they should definitely swap those two. And as a designer myself, it kind of looks like it's the opposite of design trends right now, which is kind of refreshing.
Right.
I really liked the animated Spider-Man logo. It looks better in my opinion, as you said as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of like got this like arc thing going with it, which is everything else is going like straight line bottom arc, and that's very cool and very presentable. But I really like it. Kind of gives the upswing motion of like Spider-Man.
Well, I believe Homecoming. When the word Homecoming does that too, but it looks like a cartoon.
Well, yeah,
right?
but the Spider-Man, like the Homecoming one, it has a little slight bend as well,
right?
Which I think is like thematically going with it because Sony still has their fingers in there.
Haha, Sony, you dirty bird. What's known about the animated 2018 series?
Right.
Who f***ing knows?
So
because I researched the shit out of this. And there was news released in 2014, and then again last year, and there's just not a lot. Pretty much the only thing that I could find was that it's not related to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There was rumors of Tom Holland maybe voicing him that we talked about.
Yeah, apparently, some of our colleagues...
I couldn't find anything about that.
Yeah, think that it would possibly be in the same universe because, it is Sony-owned, and with the agreement with Sony giving Marvel access to use him in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the contract said that they got to do one animated movie, or at least one, in 2018. So, Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man, the animated movie, are not connected.
Not even a little.
Not in the same universe. Apparently.
That is correct.
Yeah, which is, I don't know. I'm cool with it, but it's all like...
The idea of them being connected is incredible.
Yeah, no, I would...
That's such a fucking good idea.
I would be in for that, but I don't think that Sony would.
Well, apparently not.
Yeah.
They got their emails hacked, and people know all their secrets.
Yeah.
And so they cannot.
What I am excited for is that it's still Phil Lord and something Miller.
Chris Miller.
Yeah, they're attached to it. They're the guys that are responsible for the Lego Movie, and other things that you are excited about.
The Lego
Batman
Batman movie. Yeah, all right.
So Lord and Miller are going to be over this. So I have full faith it's going to be good. And it was released that it was a comedy, which is not too far off from Spider-Man.
The original premise was comedy. So we have a fuckload of news. CinemaCon happened recently, and so everything happened from Deadpool 2 to the Grinch movie.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Deadpool was just kind of like, yeah, that's... They said that they're going to have a sequel in the movie.
Right.
So...
But it did so much better than they expected.
Yes.
It's like they canceled Gambit, or maybe they didn't. Maybe they've uncanceled Gambit. I
Really?
don't know. At one point, Gambit wasn't happening. I don't care. But Deadpool...
Mon ami.
Deadpool, there's 2 movies that Fox was doing off X-Men branches that...
Really?
Deadpool is the man.
Yeah, okay, cool.
He's got a sequel, so...
Right on.
Solid. What else happened? Doctor Strange happened.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about this. We saw the trailer, and you had a different reaction than I had from it.
I actually saw it, I think, before you guys, because I watched Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you were home.
I was home, I watched it, and I got to see the thing, and... I'm just so tired of Marvel's origins for everything, and I understand it. It's a very programmed method, like, start, finish, the whole thing.
So, before you go into this, you want to have him just be introduced and just be like, he has his powers already.
I think, really, it was the Russian roulette for me of movies. I'm fucking burnt out on Origins. And that happens to be the next movie that starts. Fucking Batman v Superman. Deadpool had some origin, but it was done well. Everything starts somewhere. You don't have to show me. I didn't pick up the first issue. I picked up issue 88. Let's start there, because that's where it gets good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I understand that.
And maybe flashbacks or prequels. Jesus, who would have thought of that? Well, George Lucas did, and that's about the only one. And
all right.
that was a poor argument. I lost.
Yeah.
I lost that argument, but...
Here's my thing. Like, okay, you know that Marvel does this well, where they don't pander to one side more than the other.
Correct.
So there are comic fans that are like super into this. They play into a lot of the comic nerd stuff, which is great. And then they also play into people who have never heard of these characters before,
right.
which is the majority of the people who have seen the rest of these movies have no idea who Doctor Strange is. So you have to get him there.
To be fair,
also no idea.
just because
I
like comic books doesn't mean I know shit about Dick.
I'm in the same
about
position.
Doctor Strange.
I don't know anything about Doctor Strange. So
but
like,
I don't care where he came from.
I'm interested in it. I want to know, like, okay, so if he shows up and he has magic powers, I'm gonna be like, what happened?
So, speaking of Doctor Strange
What
and
about
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Apparently, he has been cast as the Grinch in the 2017 animated series or movie or something.
I don't think it's a series. I think it's
just a movie?
Yeah,
okay.
I read that. That was fucking weird.
Yeah, it seemed kind of out of left field.
I'm pretty certain that nothing ever, not Jim Carrey or any of his goons, will top the Grinch That Stole Christmas cartoon.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever top that, but they're going to try.
Oh, they sure will.
Where there is money to be made.
The attempt will be there, for sure.
But, I mean, they've got a good cast, apparently, starting with Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it's true.
that's a cool piece of shinfo for you. Sorry that if you don't care about the Grinch, you probably are the fucking Grinch.
Yeah, well, it's okay. So your heart will grow in sizes that day. Now,
hopefully.
In other animated movie news, if you're familiar with Despicable Me, apparently there's been an announcement that Steve Carell's character, Gru, will have a twin named, what was it, Drew?
Drew. D-R-U.
D-R-U. So, Drew. Another excuse to see these little minions, which I am a fan of, but apparently most people are not anymore. But
Unless you're 4.
I'm 4. I am 4 minions, just stacked on top of each other in makeup and stilts. Anyway, the cool part about this that I think that anyone can get excited about, especially if you are an older adult or understand comedy, is that is that Drew is played by Trey Parker. So if you're a South Park fan.
Not Star.
Not Star.
Trek. Not Star Wars.
Wars.
Not Star Lord.
No, but so yeah, Trey Parker. He's playing Gru's twin brother Drew in the next adventure of Gru in Despicable Me 3. Shot break.
Whap.
Wow.
Fatty whap.
So get this. Avatar has had a sequel planned for a very long time, and it's having a big issue getting out of pre-production. Like, we've been hearing about the Avatar sequel for a long time, but apparently James Cameron has decided that his career is Avatar now. So
what?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is his job description. Job description is Avatar creator. And he's just rolling with it. So instead of getting 1 sequel or 2 sequels or 3 sequels, we're getting 4 Avatar sequels.
Is there
sure.
4 movies that are just sweet shots of floating ground?
And then
I'm
just
into it.
You kind of you put your hair penis into a dragon's tail and then you fly on it.
Oh, and then somebody craps out a floating island. And
That's
then some dumb white guy decides to get drunk on Miller Lite and jump off of it.
Okay, here's the thing. If James Cameron is sinking the rest of his life into making these 4 movies, where the last one, number 4, is being released 2023.
Nobody's going to be alive then. So James Cameron, joke's on you. Ashton Kutcher, pull out the fucking...
Between 2016, the year we are currently in, unless you're watching this video in the future, and then, maybe...
Whoa! Yeah, good luck breathing, because air doesn't exist now.
Right. Apparently, in 2017 or 2018, it's supposed to be the first Avatar sequel, so Avatar 2, and then by 2023, Avatar 4. How are you going to do rapid succession movies like that when you haven't even moved out of pre-production on Avatar 2 yet?
Really? He's filming the next 3 at once?
Right now.
It's going to be 94 hours of footage in the director's cut.
And it's a 95%
He wants it to be
green
Star
screen.
Wars of 20 whatever thousands. He's dumb. You're going to have an Avatar 4?
What are you going to do?
You don't need an Avatar 2.
No.
You should just give up. Sigourney Weaver's going to die soon.
Next topic. The Power Rangers logo was revealed. You've got it fresh in your mind. What do you think?
It's not what I expected. It's a great idea, but BVS was a great idea until I saw it, and now my faith is shaken in 2016 films doing things I thought were going to be great.
I don't think anything is going to beat Deadpool for me.
It's hard for me to scale everything to that. Because if I did, nothing will ever make it.
That's true. It's true. It's true. I'm trying not to sabotage the rest of the year, but I had, little to no real expectations for Deadpool and was just blown away. But I had way too high of expectations for Batman v Superman and was plummeted.
And now seeing this logo, it's like a kind of a cool logo. Like it's cool, if you're like Spinal Tap.
In summation. For the Power Rangers logo. It's very hair metal. It's very nostalgic. I like it. He thinks it's lame.
It's lame-ish. It's okay, but lame-ish. It's not what I would have
like the musical.
wanted.
Lame-ish.
Lame-ish. It's not everything I would have wanted. The logo's it's a fucking logo.
Yeah.
I'm more excited to see what they try and do. God, if you fuck up these suits, fucking Saban.
Do it.
Saban?
It's the same company that's run it since
Yeah.
the original. Wait, was it Hasbro originally, or was it Saban?
No, it's Saban.
Yeah, because I remember the logo is like a circle and then like lines.
Yeah, the three lines or whatever. If you this up, I will find you.
We have a very peculiar lack of skills. Last shot break. Let's go. Next topic.
Hashtag the Batman.
So, complete speculation on our part, but if the hashtag on the announcement was The Batman, we're running with the title The Batman for the solo Batman movie directed and starring Ben Affleck.
Ben who?
Affleck.
Let's be real here. We're DC Comics. All right, we're DC Comics.
We are.
Say, hey, we did this thing, BVS. It's going to be big and awesome. And then it wasn't. So what's the next move?
We
stopped
having Zack Snyder direct our movies.
We realized that, holy shit, Batman is the selling point of this movie.
For sure.
And he's not in it as much as you would think from the trailers.
With him being the first name in the title and him being in the trailers as much as he is.
But they realized that Batman was the selling point, so they put him in the trailers as much as possible to sell that shit. So
Because
their next move...
he's the human element that ties together the Justice League anyway.
He's just the best part.
For sure.
Realistically.
For sure.
And so you go and you say, all right, well, we realize now that we've had a terrible reaction to this. Like, the first weekend was insane. They did crazy good. The second weekend was horseshit. Boom. So what do? Okay, you realize that Ben Affleck's Batman was incredible, and that's a good idea. You go back to the drawing boards. You say, all right, this was a rumor. We talked about it. Ben Affleck, fix it. Fucking fix it. Do the gray and black.
We've seen Argo. We've seen the town. We know that you have this in you. Come on, let's make this about Batman again. Let's make this good. Make DC great again.
Build a Batmobile to keep all the villains out of Gotham. What could we be looking at here? Really?
I think that Ben Affleck has the foresight to not combine 50 different comics
main storylines. You're right.
Into the one movie.
They touched on a Robin story in BVS, and let's be honest, they're pulling for huge storylines right now.
If you do anything, please, if you do a Red Hood story, do not mess it up, please. More importantly to this person, he will not forgive you.
I will never fucking forgive you. Let's be real, though. We saw the suit with the spray paint, which was already like...
Joke's on you.
That was already pulling hard enough. Like, that was just like, oh, we know a Robin died. We should pull at the heartstrings and not fucking include any of that story. So, dear DC, do it right. I promise you, if you give him like a red mask or like some weird, stupid thing, I will find you. I have a very specific set of skills of talking shit on Twitter, and I will use them against you. Fucking do it right. Let not tattooed Jared Leto, stupid face,
damaged,
beat up Robin to death. Let Ra's al Ghul find him. Bring him back to life. Make him the Red Hood. Please, dear sweet baby DC, bring the Batman to life. Make it fucking happen, for Christ's sakes! Let's do it. Let's do the thing, DC. That's how I feel about the Batman. That's where I'm at.
All right.
I would love to see that storyline. I'd love to see Black Mask. Who would the fuck would play Black?
Oh, wow.
Who would be Black Mask?
Wow.
Who would be that character? He's got to have like a raspy...
Willem Dafoe.
I promise you, that's my first thought. He won't live long enough to be the Black Mask, but Jesus, he'd be incredible.
I mean, he can hop inside,
yeah,
but like,
yeah,
I'd be into it. Everyone else has done it.
Sony Marvel is
right.
inside.
It's different. It's fine. It's fine.
He would be incredible. You wouldn't see his stupid face.
I'm glad we're on the same page with that, because that was like the first person I thought of.
Yeah, absolutely. He'd be... Just his voice is...
Oh,
Perfect.
I just got really stoked.
And if you've read the book as opposed to watch the animated,
I have not. full
Deathstroke
disclosure.
is in the book too. You could bring Deathstroke into the universe. Holy shit! What a popular character. He is the Deadpool of DC.
Well, right, Slade
minus
Wilson, you know?
the jokes,
Right.
plus some assassinating, some assassinating,
Double assing.
double penetration. It's gonna be wonderful. DC, do please bring our dreams to life.
Come on, bring it to us. We want it. We're the people. We're demanding it. We love you.
I will.
But-
I will burn this Marvel figure.
You won't.
I will I hunted this thing down. I will burn it to the ground if you do Red Hood right.
I'm gonna say he's drunk. He's not gonna do that.
I'm not drunk. I'll do it. I have the lighter fluid. Let's do the thing. Thank you for watching. This is a product of the Geekery Collective. This is the Drunk Nerd. I'm Ryan.
I'm Connor.
And you can subscribe, watch shit, do the thing. Fucking be cool, man.
Yeah,
And
come on.
cheers. Thank you for being an excellent nerd. And good night.
We appreciate you. Love you. Shot break.
Whap.
Wow.
Fatty whap.